welcome to my channel. I'm Mrs. D and I simply love to bake. So today in my kitchen, we will be preparing, and I always say we because I'm bringing you guys along with me, pumpkin spice cupcakes. That's right, it's September, so why not go ahead and kick it off with some pumpkin spice? So this recipe is relatively easy. You're definitely going to need some pumpkin puree. You will need light and brown sugar. You're going to need pumpkin spice. You'll need cinnamon. You'll need salt. You'll need baking soda. You need baking powder. You'll need some type of neutral cooking oil. I'm using canola oil. You'll need room temperature eggs for your frosting. You'll need room temperature butter. You'll need cream cheese, powdered sugar. Those are all of the ingredients. Oh, that's not all. And you'll need vanilla extract, and you'll also need maple extract. If you don't have maple extract in this recipe, you can substitute it with maple sugar, If you don't have maple extract, you can substitute it with maple syrup. Now, if you've joined me on my channel before, you know I like telling you what gadgets you're going to need before you start your recipe. Or you're definitely going to need a muffin tin with muffin cups. If you don't have these little papers, if you have parchment paper, you can substitute these for parchment paper. You're also going to need a whisk. You'll need a scoop to scoop out your mix. You'll need measuring spoons. You're going to need a pastry bag with a pastry tip. Now, if you don't want to do it all fancy and, put your icing on your cupcakes, you can, do it with a offset spatula. And you will need a mixing bowl. And to do your icing, you're going to need a hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you could also do that with a whisk and a bowl. But because we're using softened cream cheese today, I would suggest that you do it with a hand mixer. So let's get started. To our mixing bowl, we are going to add all of our spices to our flour. And all of the measurements and the link for this recipe will be listed in the description box. Now, guys, the description box is right below the video. You'll see the word more. Click there, and then you'll see the recipe, or you'll see the link. So, to our bowl of flour, and I always use unbleached all-purpose flour if I'm not using cake flour. We are going to add our salt, our pumpkin spices, cinnamon, baking powder, and baking soda. And we are just going to mix that together. Simply put. Okay, and then we are going to take our pumpkin pie spice. I will tell you guys, I have never done a recipe with pumpkin pie. I didn't even know that I even liked pumpkin pie spice, whatever, until I had a pumpkin pie spice latte. I know that's coffee and that's different, but I'm a Southern girl. We use sweet potato. I'm just not used to pumpkin. I'm just not. But you know me. I like doing things in front of you guys for the first time on my channel. So today we're going to taste these cupcakes together. And next we are going to add our sugars. We're using both white and brown sugar. And guys, the key to any successful recipe, measure all of your ingredients beforehand. That way you know that you have everything in its place. There's actually a French baking term, mise en place, that is used. But you want to make sure that you have everything in its place. Okay, and then we're going to add our canola oil and our eggs. And we will mix this together. I'm going to add my eggs one at a time, just to make sure that before I add the second egg, the first egg is well incorporated. So we're going to mix that together. Very good. Then add our second egg. This is a very quick and easy recipe. And this recipe you can definitely add to your kids' lunchbox. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, that is well blended. And next we're going to add our flour mixture. Very good. And mix that together. This is coming together so fast, guys. And you can smell the pumpkin spices. Oh, this smells so good. So good, so good, so good. And just like that, done. And now we're going to add our mixture to our muffin tins. And guys, I am using this medium size scoop. And you don't want to overfill them because these, we're going to top these with icing. So don't overfill them. And we have filled them all, and I will place this in my preheated 350-degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes. And just like that, 18 minutes later, our cupcakes are golden brown. They spring back. They are ready. Yes. Let me let you see what I mean by spring back. So, you know the cupcake is ready when it springs back. When you press your finger in it, see that? And it springs back. It springs back nice and brown. So we are going to let these cool completely before adding our icing. But while these are cooling, let's go ahead and put together our icing. Now, if you decide not to icing all of your cupcakes because you want to freeze them, this is the time to do that. So allow your cupcakes to completely cool. Then what I would do is I would wrap them tightly in saran wrap and then maybe place them in a Ziploc bag. And when you're ready to have them, remove them from the freezer, let them come to room temperature, icing them, and you've got fresh cupcakes. Okay, I think that's done. I think we got some stiff peaks there. I'll tell you, I wish this had a little orange tinge to it to represent the pumpkin. No, I'm not gonna add food coloring. I was thinking about it. Maybe if I added just a little bit of the puree, that'll change the color. I've never done this before. Why not try it in front of you guys for the first time? Let's add a little of the pumpkin puree to see if it'll change the color, just a little bit. No, I know what I can do. Not the puree, because the puree may change the consistency. Let's add a dash of the pumpkin spice flavor. That's what we'll do. Let's add just a dash and see what happens.
Let's taste it first, and then we'll decide. Let's see. That is really sweet, really sweet. But the flavor's good. The flavor's good. I think I taste the maple more than anything else, but I'm sure when we combine it with the cupcakes, it'll be delicious. That was about 2 shakes, 3 shakes, 4 shakes. I lost count. Yeah, that's fine. I see the little sprinkles in there. That's good. Yeah, because I think had I added the puree, it would have changed the total consistency of the frosting, and we don't want that. So let's go ahead and frost in these cupcakes. Now guys, I will tell you, I love to bake. You know that. That's my motto. I love to bake. But I'm not necessarily a cake decorator. So I'm gonna do my best in icing these with my little piping bag here. And I hope I said that in the beginning, that this is one of the gadgets that you'll need. You'll need a piping bag and a tip. But just in case you don't want to do this, you can use an offset spatula, and you can decorate them just as well with an offset spatula. To add our frosting to the piping bag, we're going to fold down our bag like so. And add our frosting. And then we're going to fold the bag, unfold the bag, hoping to keep all of the frosting on the inside. Ta-da! I'm gonna add just a little more because I don't want to have to refill it. I'd rather have too much than not enough. I'm going to fold the bag. Roll it down just a little bit. This is just a little soft. I am actually on the second half of my cupcakes. I'm going to add just a tad bit more of confectionery sugar to my frosting because I want it to be just a little bit more firm. And I'm actually going to whisk this with my hand. I'm not even gonna bring out my electric mixer again. I'm just gonna whisk this by hand, but I'd like it to be, like I said, just a little more firm. Yep, that's firmer. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Is this the first time I had a little do-over in front of you guys? I think so. So as you can see, guys, I'm not a perfect baker, but this is why I like doing things in front of you guys. You know, I could have edited this out, no, but I want you to see. If you don't like the consistency of your frosting, like the recipe says, add a little bit more confectionery sugar. Okay, now the trick. To get this back in this piping bag without getting it all over. just enough for the very last one. Still got a little bit in my bowl, but as far as my piping bag, and there we go. You know what time it is. It is taste test time. Guys, these look so good. I tell you what, I'm glad that I redid the icing so that it looks a little firmer, because some of them have better peaks than others. But anyway, let's get this done. Well, before I bite into it, I know you want a close-up view. I'm coming. You see that? My little fall cupcakes. In my head, I'm thinking, is this gonna taste like a pumpkin spice latte? What if you don't like it, Mrs. D? This will be a first. If I don't like what I baked, this will be a first on my channel. But let's see. I feel like I'm undressing a cupcake. All right, here we go. You know what? We're gonna do this like I've seen it done so many times on so many YouTube channels and Facebook posts. We're gonna take that cupcake and cut it in half. We're gonna take our bottom, place it on the top, make it a sandwich, and take a bite. I like pumpkin, y'all. I like pumpkin.
Right after I said, I like pumpkin and went through that whole dissertation, I realized that my microphone was not on. So please excuse me with the little glitch there. But guys, I like pumpkin. Okay, you heard it here first on Mrs. D's Baking TV. Pumpkin is not sweet potato. Let's say that first. Pumpkin is not sweet potato. I knew that, but I'm just saying, this is good. I like pumpkin. Guys, oh, okay, I've already had the taste test. Taste test. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today on Mrs. D's Baking TV, where we bake these delicious pumpkin spice cupcakes. And they're cute too. Join me again where there's no telling what I might bake. Guys, I drop a video every Wednesday. Join me here on my channel every Wednesday. Don't forget to thumb up this video. Share this video with your loved ones. As a matter of fact, bake this with your loved ones. Get together in the kitchen, get all your ingredients, bake this with your kids so that when you add it to their lunch box, they can be proud of it. They can say, I made this. So thank you so much for joining me again. Be blessed. May the Lord God bless you real good. Bye.